Hey kiddos, I am really sorry I'm not going to be there again on Monday and Tuesday. But I really want to share with you what you're going to be doing so that way you can, have a good chance of being successful. So today, last week, you did the digestive system. I got a lot of really good responses. I know not everybody finished, and that's okay. You should have really gotten up to the part where it was the extensions. If you didn't get up to the part where it was the extensions, then maybe today during, or Tuesday or Thursday during advisory, you can put some time into that. But today, I want everybody working on the circulatory system. So, you're going to be working on a circulatory system gizmo, and it's really short. It's not a big long report like you did with the digestive system. Basically, you're going to be getting some data and then making a graph. I'm going to show you how to do this. So, y'all who couldn't remember your gizmo, you've got to ask the substitute teacher. Seriously, I printed out a copy. It's on the desk, and there's like a folder. It's like a black kind of leather portfolio type of thing. It's a list. It says passwords. If you could ask them for that, that would be awesome. All right, so you're going to get a piece of paper. It's going to look like this. It's going to give you the directions on what to do. Okay, and the first thing says, log into Gizmo and go to the circulatory system. And here it is. Okay, you're going to tell it to show the labels, show the blood flow. Okay, and I know this is weird. This says right arm, left arm. Those don't look anything like right arms and left arms. This is just a model that shows the circulatory system and its different parts. If you tell it to play, it will actually show how the blood moves through the body. Okay, and what's cool is I'm going to tell it to pause for a second here, because it does get a little distracting watching it. You can also listen to it. Okay, but I'm going to tell it to pause. So what you're going to be doing, if you take a look here, you're going to be looking at the oxygen level as the blood moves through the body. And you're also going to be looking at the carbon dioxide level. So if I go back to the gizmo, you take a little syringe, and okay, it says right atrium, and there's a little dot there. That is where you're going to aim your syringe, and it says oxygen 30.4.7 and carbon dioxide 46.7. Yeah, I'll just round up to the nearest whole number. Make it easy on yourselves, okay? And you write those two numbers on your paper. And you're going to do that for all of the things on here. You can grab that, and then once you move it, it'll show you, okay, well this, wait, where is it? The next one says it's going to the lungs, so I want to tell it to go. Let's see here. So where does it go to the lungs? Okay, let's watch. Where's the blood going to the lungs? Okay, it just went over to the lungs this way, so I take a little drop here, and now you can see the oxygen and the carbon dioxide. And you do that as it goes throughout. Oh, look at that cool thing. What was that? Is that a white blood cell? Is it a plate? Ooh, there's a platelet. At any rate, I am getting distracted. So that's not what you're going to be doing. Once you're done getting all of this data, you're going to make a double bar graph. All right. There are color pencils in my room. Y'all know where they are. I know there's going to be someone in your class who does. But remember, you make your graph in pencil first before coloring it. These are the graphing resources that I have linked. Y'all, this is going to be a grade for your graph. You practice graphing so many times, you really should get an 8 on this, no problem, if you take your time and do it right. Okay, here are just some hints of what to do when you're making a graph. There's dry mix. How do you tell how to set up your graph? Here's another one. And here is a checklist. Make sure you go through this checklist. It's also in your science journal. And the graph that you're going to be using is also on paper, and it's going to look like this. Okay, so you're going to make sure you put your title and your axes. I did not write. Don't forget your title and your labels and your units. Don't forget your spacing and your intervals. I didn't write that this time. Okay, I'm kind of taking away some of that scaffolding for you. You got to go look for it yourself, okay? Right here in that graphing resources, okay? It's all right there. When you're done, you are going to actually be making a double bar graph. And on the graphing resources, there is a sample of a double bar graph, what that looks like. Okay, you just have 2 sets of data for each independent variable. Okay, in this case, the independent variable is the teacher's teacher, and the dependent variable is the number of minutes of homework they give. And once you're all done with that, go on and go back to the gizmo, because there are lots of other things that you can look for. Okay, what happens as the blood goes through the liver? What happens is after it passes the intestines, right? And finally, if you finish the graph, it is going to be collected whether you finish or not. But if you finish your graph, you have some options. Some of you did the digestive system, you got it all knocked out. Some of you skipped major chunks of the Pear Deck. I downloaded all the information and I started to score it, but so a lot of you just skipped through some of the questions. I know I'm home. I know I'm homesick, but I'm still watching your work because it's important to me. I want you to be learning. Just because I'm gone doesn't mean I don't care about what you're doing. I do care about what you're doing. I want you to be learning. So make sure you go back, finish any ed puzzles you're missing, finish the Pear Deck you're missing if you're missing anything. Finish your digestive system gizmo if you're missing that. And then you can play your Legends of Learning games. Again, behave yourself. I've gotten nothing but good reports so far. But just make sure you're on it. Make sure you're on top of things. And I will see you soon.